Welcome dear students in Prep 3. Today we'll talk about the main principles of heredity. Okay, heredity in Arabic means الوراثة. طبعا it related to the genetic traits. Okay, traits like color of eyes, color of the skin, hair, color of hair, and many traits. Type traits, they are classified into two types of traits. We have some traits are transmitted from one generation to another, and they are called hereditary traits. اللي هي صفات وراثية. They transmitted or transferred from one generation to another. While the examples عليها زي ما قلنا دلوقتي the color of hair, the color of skin, the numbers of fingers, and so on, blood groups, and so on. And the other type of traits is acquired traits. Acquired traits, these are the traits which don't transmit or transfer from one generation to another. Examples, playing football, reading, writing, and so on. The first scientists who made experiments and put the basics for the studies of heredity is Mendel. Is Mendel. He was a monk in a dare. He made his experiments on the pea plant. Why he chose pea plant especially تحديدا ليه البي plant اللي هي البسلة. It has many traits or many features. Number one, it is easy to be planted, and it grows fast. Number two, its life cycle is short. It doesn't take very long time to grow and produce seeds. The flowers of pea plants are hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means bisexual. That means it has male and female reproductive organs. So it can make self-pollination. It can easily be artificially pollinated. اللي هي human intervention. Number 5, pea plants produces large numbers of offsprings. بيطلع أعداد كتيرة جدا in a generation. Number 6, there are several types of pairs of contrasting traits. Pairs of contrasting traits like color of flower may be red, may be white. There are some plants have short stem and others have long stem, and so on. Red flower and white flower, it is called pair of contrasting traits. These are the reasons of choosing pea plant to make experiments by Mendel. You can notice the pairs of traits in hereditary pea plant. Seed shape like this, smooth and wrinkled. هنا seed color في yellow في green. هنا pod shape في swollen وفي sinuous. في عندي البود color في green وفي yellow. الفlower color red and white. Each one of them is called pair of contrasting traits. Flower position. This is the flowers are inside. Side position. But here the flower at the end of the stem. في tall plant and short plant. These are contrasting traits. Mendel made experiments. The experiment made by Mendel, the first experiment, he planted yellow seed pea plant several times. Till all generations are yellow. okay, to make sure he has pure yellow trait, okay, and made the same thing with another plant with green seeds, okay, by self-pollination. He depended on self-pollination of yellow seed plants and another green seed plants, okay. After making sure purity of yellow and green seeds, okay, he planted the seeds of these plants, yellow and green. This yellow and green, they are parents, okay. He plants parents, okay. When the plants produced carrying flowers, okay, Mendel removed the stamens. Stamens, they are the male reproductive organ in the flower, okay. He removed the male reproductive organ, okay, before growing or anther be adult, okay. As we know, anther produces pollen grains, which are the male gametes in the plant, okay. He removed stamens before growing up of anther, okay, to avoid self-pollination of plants, to avoid self-pollination, because he wants to make cross-pollination, okay. He made cross-pollination between green seed plant and yellow seed plant, okay. He made cross-pollination, okay. After making cross-pollination, he covered the stigmas of the pistils. Stigmas of pistils, they are the female reproductive organs in the plant, okay. He covered them, okay, to avoid any cross-pollination, okay, to avoid any pollen grain from any other plant reaches to the stigma, okay, to make sure that pollination takes place between pure yellow seed plant and pure green seed plant, okay. The result of these experiments, the first generation, okay, as we see, all offsprings in the first generation are yellow seed plants, okay. That means the yellow seed plants or yellow color trait appears in the first generation, while green color disappeared in the first generation, okay. Then he let first generation plants to make cross-pollination, okay, together, okay. And he noticed that in the second generation, the green color returns back, okay, and appears again. The green color of seeds appears in the second generation in ratio 3/4 yellow and 1/4 green. That means 3:1. Okay, this is the ratio of colors in the second generation. Okay. Now we will talk about the principle of complete dominance. Okay, complete dominance, that means yellow colors of seeds, they are dominant trait. Okay, our yellow color seeds is dominant trait. That means it appears, okay, in the first generation, while green is recessive. Okay, it disappears in the first generation and returns back to appear in the second generation. Okay, according to the traits, pairs of traits in this page, okay, we have dominant traits and recessive traits. Okay, they are found here. Number 1, long stem trait, okay, dominates short stem. That means long stem appears in the first generation and short stem disappeared in the first generation. Okay, second trait, the color of flower. Red color of the flower dominates white. Number 3, side position of the flower trait. dominates and possession. Okay. Number 4, the smooth seed, okay, trait dominates the wrinkled one. The swollen pod shape trait dominates the sinuous, and the green pod color trait, okay, dominates means appears in the first generation, okay, that of the yellow color. Okay, he observed that one of each pair of traits disappears completely in the first generation, which is called recessive, okay, while it appears again in the second generation, okay, but in ratio 3 dominant to 1 recessive. Okay, so the definition of dominant trait is the trait that appears in all individuals of the first generation. This is called dominant trait. Okay, while the trait that disappears in the individuals of the first generation is called recessive trait. Okay, the principle of complete dominance. This is the appearance of dominant hereditary trait in the individuals of the first generation when two individuals, في عندي هنا شرط مهم جدا, two individuals crossed over. Okay, الشرط الأساسي هنا إن two individuals دول are pure. Okay, are pure. When two individuals are crossed over, one of them carries pure trait contrasting the trait carried by the other individual. Okay, this is the principle of complete dominance. Type explanation of the dominance and recessive, dominant and recessive traits. Mendel deduced the following. Okay, number 1, the color of seed depends on factors. These factors, after Mendel, are called genes. Okay, the color of seed depends on factors. Factors present in the plant transmitted from one generation to another. Okay, of gametes. Okay, each color or each trait is controlled by two factors. One comes from male gamete and the other one comes from female gamete. Okay, there is a factor that dominates. Okay, this is a factor that determines the yellow color. يعني معنى كده ان yellow color has its own gene. Okay, and another factor, okay, carries or responsible for green color. Okay, when these factors meet in the first generation, the yellow color factor is dominant. Okay, over the green color, okay, factor. That is recessive. So all individuals in the first generation are yellow colored. Okay, when the gametes of the first generation are produced by meiosis, as we know meiosis, okay, meiosis means it produces new cells with half number of chromosomes. Okay, يعني only one factor, not two factors. Okay, these factors separate, okay, or segregate from each other. Okay, separate يعني قسموا, مش هيبقوا a pair of factors or pair of genes. Okay, and meet again on the production of second generation. Okay, in the second generation, yellow color factor meets with green color factor. Okay, another time the result is yellow. Okay, but if the green color factor meets another green color factor, okay, the result will be green seed. That means recessive. Okay. Inshallah, next time we will complete the first law and second law of Mendel. Thank you and goodbye.